Hello, everyone. Welcome to First Year Teaching Tips. This video series is dedicated to helping any teacher who is in their first year of teaching or in their first year in a new role. Veteran teachers are welcome as well. With that being said, let's begin. So, who am I? My name is Mia, and I am, as of the recording of this video, an 11-year veteran in education. I worked as a high school social science teacher in public and private schools and currently work as an instructional technology specialist in a public district. When I began teaching, the landscape of education looked very different. However, I have found that there are some tips, tricks, and other bits of information I wish I had known when starting my career. Some of this advice comes from my own experiences, and some of it comes from what others have taught me. So let's dive into this video's tips about starting the school year. Tip number 1, do your best to start the school year with a positive attitude. There is a lot that can run through a new teacher's mind when starting a school year, especially if it is the first time of having one's own classroom or if it's a new school. Anxiety about how to organize the classroom, manage students, or maintain documentation can run rampant in one's head. So it is important to find joy amidst the chaos of the beginning of the school year. That joy could take many forms. Even though these first few weeks can be a lot to manage, there are always items that can brighten your day. If you need to take time to calm yourself, do so. Taking care of yourself means you can better take care of your students. Tip number 2, have patience with everything. Everything is a broad term, so let me be a bit specific. Have patience with yourself if you feel you are not doing your best. Have patience with your students if they are not being their best selves. Have patience with your colleagues and superiors. Everyone is trying to do the best they can in the given circumstances. Rapport has to be built with all of these groups. It takes time to establish routines, so have patience. Tip number 3, if you can, avoid integrating technology heavily for at least during the first 2 weeks. I know that this tip probably sounds a little odd coming from me, an instructional technology specialist. However, when I was in the classroom, after the first few years of teaching, I realized it was best to expect the following. 1, technology will probably not work. School Wi-Fi networks often have to be tweaked in the first few weeks when large amounts of devices are suddenly added again. 2, if your school has a digital textbook system, students may not have those items ready for the first few days, no matter how many times they have been reminded. 3, if your district is responsible for rostering or adding students' usernames and passwords to various web subscriptions, they might not all be ready on day 1. As such, in the first 2 weeks, focus on activities that do not require technology. They can be focused on relationship building or use traditional pencil and paper. I cannot count the number of times I have seen teachers frustrated because some aspect of technology was not ready to go on day 1. I probably will see it this school year too. As such, if you can, try to avoid heavy technology integration in those first 2 weeks. Tip number 4, be polite, clear, direct, and specific with all individuals in all scenarios. Another broad tip, so let me give you some more specific examples. When establishing classroom expectations with students, it is important to be clear with them in an age-appropriate manner. If you directly state that there is a consequence for not following the rules, be specific in that consequence. There are many methods for managing classrooms. I have a video about building relationships with students, which gives some tips. Check the description below for the link. I will also be releasing a video about classroom culture in the future, so be on the lookout for that one. Here's my second example. If you go to ask someone for help, provide as many details as possible. For example, say, would you please explain what are the steps and expectations for requesting a day off versus how do I take the day off? By being polite, clear, direct, and specific, you can gain more knowledge about those around you and become more comfortable in the school environment. Tip number 5, take each day as it comes. In my other videos, I extol the virtues of planning ahead, which I do heartily believe is a key aspect of avoiding stress and maintaining success. However, at the beginning of the year, when you are learning about your students, your colleagues, your school's procedures, and yourself, it is a lot to take in all at once. So take each day one at a time during these first few weeks. You will make mistakes. You will have to ask the same questions again. You will have to rewatch training videos if provided by your school. The children are not the only students in the classroom when you are a first-year teacher. That is okay. Remember to breathe and know that moments of stress do not last forever. You can do this. Thank you for watching this video. If you are interested in learning more, please like this video and subscribe to my YouTube channel. You can also go to my website, www.guidegrowtech.com, for even more information on a variety of topics. Finally, I hope this video helped you grow in your knowledge of this topic. Take care.